Welcome to the third episode of the Motivate This series. In this series, I'm primarily going to share tips for my daughter for when I'm gone. These are not politically correct. It's going to ruffle a lot of feathers, and I don't care. Tip number 3 is be yourself. In school, we were all made fun of for being different, not for wearing a particular type of clothing or brand. In the real world, though, you don't want to just blend in with the crowd. You want to be memorable without being over the top. There's a fine line there. Being memorable means several things, including authenticity and not pretending to be someone you're not. Does this mean it's okay to go on a job interview with purple hair and tattoos all over your face? No, that is not what I am saying. Obviously, you need to play the corporate game and look the part. What I'm saying is more so about your opinions and humor. Will this mean that some people won't like you? Yes, that goes without saying, and it's irrelevant whether they like you or not. Look at this YouTube channel. A very, very, very small percentage of people that watch my channel actually like and subscribe. And I know it's because I'm a loud, unabashed New Yorker, and I don't care that only a small amount of people like me. It is what it is. I am not going to portray myself as someone I'm not. I'm 100% authentic. This is a creative outlet for me and cheap therapy. I'm weird and proud, and I don't give a rat's ass what anybody else has to say. Do I get trolled? Of course I do. And I ignore them because I feel sorry for them. Except for that 1 or 2 times that I went off and I made videos specifically insulting those trolls. But those were exceptions. Now you're gonna need to have some staguts in order to have the self-esteem necessary to be yourself, to be a wolf instead of a sheep. The best way I found to build self-esteem is Toastmasters, which is a public speaking club. They give you a manual of 10 speech ideas that you need to present. In addition, they encourage you to participate in extemporaneous speaking exercises, which they call table topics. You can also give oral evaluations of other members' prepared speeches. The club I belong to in New Jersey took this public speaking thing very seriously. It was called Morris Toastmasters, and they treated it like a sport. We all dressed up in suits and ties, and believe it or not, I would go head to head with a guy who got second place in the World Public Speaking Championship. I had no idea it was even a thing, but I would go head to head with him, and I never actually beat him. His name was David Romanchek. I never beat him in prepared speeches. However, I did beat him once or twice in table topics and evaluations competition. Now, going up against him upped my game many, many, many levels. Being yourself means thinking for yourself too, not to be a sheep and blindly follow what everybody else is doing. Think critically. For example, is college really worth it? Think about it. Years ago, when few people had degrees, yes, it could open doors for you. But now, everybody's got a degree. Not to mention, it's ridiculously expensive to get that college degree. And most people don't actually do the career that their degree is in. Lastly, those 4 years that you're going to school, you're missing out on 4 years of real experience you could be putting down on your resume, not to mention all the money you could be earning from a full-time salary. And if you're living at home, that's a ton of money you could be setting aside to potentially put down on a house. All I'm saying is look at it logically. Does it make sense? Now, if you insist on getting a degree, I highly recommend after you get a job, have the company pay for it. Have them flip the bill for you to do college at night. There's nothing wrong with that. You could work full time, come home at night, and do it online. And don't have to pay for it. I have an aunt in New Jersey, and she was always all about college. And, when I told her I had written a book, you know what she had the nerve to tell me? You would probably sell more copies if there was doctor in front of your name on the title of the book. Now, let me tell you a little bit about her. She got a master's degree, okay? She went to school for 6 years, whatever it was, and she paid like 80 grand, and she had a job at Walgreens as a cashier. Do you think it was really worth 80 grand and all that time and effort to get a job as a cashier? Really? Now, there's a comedian out there by the name of Josh Wolf. He sells this t-shirt with the phrase, be you, be real, be fearless. This is the message I'm trying to convey here without getting cheesy. Be you. Be authentic. Be real. Don't be pretending you're someone you're not. Be fearless. Not everyone's going to like you, and that is to be expected. If you're not getting trolled, you're not trying hard enough. Now, let's talk about football for a minute. Mr. Tom Brady. He's ancient and still playing, but he is the GOAT. Okay, most NFL fans, they hate him and accuse him of cheating. He has how many Super Bowl rings and how many millions of dollars in the bank? They're jealous. They wish their quarterback was half as good. So guys, that concludes the 3rd edition of the Motivate This series. Like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Till next time.